This is a Grubhub deactivating drivers now because of acceptance rate.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's go quick on this, Chris. Because okay, look, I'm working with Zach, who's one of our contributors about this subject. He got 14 drivers within an hour of each other in Las Vegas who got deactivated for the exact same reason, which it says in the deactivation letter, it says Section 4. So him and I would dug deep, and then we tried to find what Section 4 is. Well, we found the last TOS. According to the TOS, this was on Twitter. This was a driver that reached out as well. And this guy's in San Antonio. So we discovered there's a purging going on of Grubhub drivers in Vegas, in Houston, and in San Antonio. Now, if anybody else is watching this after this or now, please email me, Sergio at RideShareGuy.com, if you're part of this purging, okay? So Section 4 we couldn't find on the latest TOS. Section 4 doesn't even exist, but all the deactivation letters that these drivers got says Section 4. You got deactivated for Section 4. Well, we figured out this gentleman here is, there you go, that's him. Pico, what's up, buddy? So we did something innovative, and Texas is, by the way, a single consent state. So, we contacted support and talked to an agent, and they said, "Oh, you're getting deactivated because of low acceptance rates."
What?
How do you like? Yeah. So now, if these scumbags are doing it, what's for Uber to change the TOS and put something in there quirky that nobody's going to read and people are going to get purged or deactivated right and left? If DoorDash does this, if Lyft does this, if Uber does this, Uber Eats, because now they can deactivate you for low AR. Low AR has never been a case for deactivation in any of the
But the thing is, I think nobody can force you to do a job that you don't feel safe doing. If they give me a delivery and it's to a shady area at 2 o'clock in the morning and I don't want to go to that shady area, but if I decline it, then I'm going to get deactivated. That's not on me. That's on the area being shady and them not like vetting the areas where they have drivers go in certain parts of time. If I go, I get carjacked or I get robbed or something happens to me. That's on the app for forcing me to go there. Yep. And now if I say, hey, you forced me to go there. No, it was your choice. I didn't choose to be deactivated. I chose not to deliver that food in the shady area. You deactivated me, so you were forcing me. That's called fraud in the inducement. Fraud in the inducement is a legal term. When you induce someone through fraudulently saying either you can do this delivery or if you don't want to, you can keep your job. But yet they fire you in the back end. So you end up getting a negative consequence through fraud in the inducement. And it's like, I'm not doing that because I don't feel safe doing it.
I mean, besides safety, Jeff, the AR is, to deactivate for low AR is illegal. You cannot do that. I
believe so.
And this definitely will be a part of a bigger deal. But we're working on this. We're gonna have more on this, and so people be on the lookout. Maybe if you're a Grubhub driver, and you get this letter saying Section 4 because of Section 4 you're gone. Check your AR, because I checked the AR with all these drivers. Yeah, they had low ARs, but they had no cancellation rates. It wasn't because of canceling; it was just because of low acceptance rate.
Yeah.
So if Grubhub can do it, DoorDash can do it.
Drivers employees or are they independent contractors?
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's the question.
Because if they're independent contractors, you cannot do that. That is the whole reason why acceptance rate has never played a factor whether a driver gets deactivated or not.
Yeah, it's just an algorithm thing. It's what the algorithm chooses to send you. They base that on the acceptance rate. That's not based on our level of whether we can keep doing business with the apps or not. But now they're trying to make it seem that way, which, like I said, it be some shady air. A lot of us are night drivers. I start at 7 p.m. and I end at 5 a.m. I have rides all night, picking up people in warehouses, back alleyways near warehouses when they get off of work and they want to take a smoke break. I pick up some shady people in shady areas. I can decline when I feel like it. If I don't want to go to the warehouses down Buckeye, then I don't go to the warehouses down Buckeye. I might do it in the daytime, but I may not do it in the nighttime. I don't know what's back there. It's dark back there.
But now, if they bring this to the game, this is a game changer. And, we're working on it. We're going to follow up on this. If there is, again, any Grubhub drivers or, in our viewership or later on with the replays or podcast, please contact me, Sergio at RideShareGuy.com. Because I think it's illegal. I don't think you can deactivate anybody for low AR. And
I think so.
Now my question before we move on, when it comes to this, what about cancellation rates? Because cancellation rates are different. The reason why
the gentleman who is in the chat now, who that's his Twitter, Pico, right? He had 19% acceptance rate at the time of deactivation and 0% cancellation rate.
Wow.
Okay. So
none of these people had high cancellation rates. None of them. They all had low ARs because Grubhub keeps sending him garbage after garbage.
Yeah.
They all had low ARs. I'm going to give that to Grubhub, but you cannot deactivate an independent contractor for Grubhub. Some lawyer is going to watch this, and we're going to work with that. They're going to nail their asses on this because my concern is not Grubhub. Grubhub is like the little tree under DoorDash that's dying, right? When it comes to deliveries. I mean, I have Grubhub. I don't give a shit if I get deactivated by Grubhub. But the point is, if Grubhub does this, is it going to set a precedent for Uber Eats to do the same thing, for DoorDash to do the same thing, right? Because these companies, they all look at each other and go, "Oh, look, Grubhub is, deactivating a bunch of people."
It's got to be a legal precedent set for it. Yeah, it's got to be a legal, because gig work is a new thing. It's something that just took off. All these apps are new. It's within the past generation. We didn't have this when we were kids, and we had to call taxis or we had to sleep in parking lots because we couldn't drive drunk. This is a new industry that has a lot of uncharted territory, and all of these are legal issues, and they're treating people like tools, not really humans. And if you're going to call me an independent contractor, then you got to look at the humanity behind me. If I'm an employee, you can kind of use me like a tool because I'm part of the company. I'm a company asset.
And
independent contractor, I'm not.
Yeah.
Pico, I would probably go in for a case of wrongful classification or something like that too, because that's a treatment of employee versus a independent contractor. The whole thing is independent contractor.
To me, we'll end with this. It's very clear to me that they're purging. What they're doing is, all the smart drivers who are not accepting garbage, they're getting purged with one bullshit reason after the other, so they can replace them with some newbies who have no idea that what they're about to accept on Grubhub is garbage.
Yeah.
So, that's what they do. This is the game that they're playing. They get rid of the good ones, and then they install them with
the ones that
people who have no clue, so they can get those $2-3 orders delivered. So
exactly,
it's not going to work. Not here, Grubhub.
Low intelligence equals high profits.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.